Your first net worth goal should be 100,000. Why do I say this? Because we all aspire to be millionaires, but it takes a strategic approach for you to get there. So at the very least, give yourself a target of 100,000 as you work towards your million. The people who become wealthy are not the people who earn a lot. They are the people who are committed, consistent, and they have discipline to invest every single month without fail. It doesn't have to be a lot of money, but make sure the 20% we talk about on investing and saving, it is put aside. And 20% is the minimum. I'm very happy because I've seen some people survive on 50%, which is a good thing, and which means you get to save more. The truth is, if you are able to get to 100,000, you can get to 200, 500, 700, and even a million. So the toughest thing is to start. So if you manage to start and you first achieve your first 100, and you will even be motivated to keep going. Actually, many people think building wealth is buying land, buying houses, investing in stocks. That is not the case. You start with coming from negative net worth to zero net worth, which means your assets and liabilities are at par. Okay? I hope that makes sense. It may sound weird, but I hope it makes sense. That is a strategic recovery approach, because you find in most instances some people who are struggling to get to net worth starts at negative. So their first goal is to get to zero as you work towards the positive. For most people, the biggest achievement is eliminating expensive debt. Because one thing that is eating up on people's finances is debt, and the most hurtful thing is those people who are going through debt that is bad debt. You'd rather be hurting from good debt, but not bad debt. What is bad debt? Is for consumables. What is good debt? Is debt that helps you generate income. Maybe right now it's giving you losses, but over a period of time, you're going to recover. Your first 100,000 means more than achieving 1 million or the millionaire status. The hardest part of wealth building isn't getting rich. It's proving to yourself that you can accumulate assets. Hello, good people. Hope you're doing well. Jessie is my name, and this is the Money and Growth Circle, where we're working towards financial peace and ultimately financial freedom. If this is your kind of content, you can join the circle by subscribing, turn on the notification bell. Let's go through this. Person A saves 0. Person B saves 5,000 or even 1,000. After 1 year of saving 1,000, person B has 12,000. After 1 year of not saving, person A is still at 0. Would you consider those people the same? You may look at 1,000 and see it's not much, or it's a sacrifice I'm making, but then down the line you see the benefit. And this 12,000 does not mean you have built wealth. It shows that you have built or you have committed discipline and consistency to start putting aside something to grow your wealth. The first 12,000 changes your identity. Imagine you never saved and then all of a sudden you have saved 12,000. How cool is that? So what you're doing is that you're no longer just earning, you are accumulating. It might sound slow, yes, I agree, but you're making efforts. I hope it will add value to your finances. Let's now build a strategic roadmap. Target net worth, we have come from 0 to 100,000. It's not 1 month, 2 months, maybe not even 1 year. It has taken you more, but at least you're somewhere. Your first focus is building your emergency fund. Remember, no matter how much you save or invest, if an emergency comes and takes all your savings, you'll go back to 0. So you must provide for your emergency fund as your number 1 priority. Your emergency fund is either saved in a savings account or better still in a money market fund. I would recommend a money market fund. It gives you some better interest and it is liquid enough to cater for your emergencies. Of course, if you would like to open with our partners, Etika Capital or Kuza Asset Management, the links are on the description. Goal number 2 is reduce debt if you have. If you don't have, well and good. Goal number 3, have income stability. Remember, one source of income will not get you wealthy, but multiple will. Because if anything happens to your main source, then it means your lifestyle will be affected. Step number 2, stop your emergencies from destroying your progress by, of course, creating the emergency fund. And that will take us to our next step. We start building assets. You can target a net worth of still 100,000 as we progress further. Remember, once we hit one milestone, we are going to the next. We are not celebrating one. We are hitting and getting ready for the next. Remember, we are here for growth, not for observation or just celebrating small wins. A win is a win. Celebrate it and target on the next. If you make your first 100, focus on your second 100 to get to 200. Don't be overexcited by 100. Remember, our main ultimate is at least getting to 1 million. When you start building assets, you can consider starting with the low return or low risk investments like the money market fund, the SACCO, equity funds, treasury bills, treasury bonds, equity funds, fixed income funds, the ones that are within affordable limits for most people, okay? Because if I say treasury bills and treasury bonds, they may ask you for a minimum investment of 50,000, which you may not have at the moment. The goal at this level is to own more assets than liabilities, but don't abandon your debt because the balance will not be there. If you find yourself focusing on assets and neglecting your debt, they might be eaten up in the interest or the penalties that you incur for not paying your debt on time. So make sure you're balancing your payment of debt and you're growing your investment gradually. The next level, you will be accelerating wealth, and at that time is when you'll be focusing on 1 million. At this point, you have to be very strategic. Remember what I have said: diversify, diversify, diversify. Imagine working so hard for your first 100, getting to 200, 300, 700 to 1 million, only to lose your money. So diversify, diversify, diversify. Now get into risky investments like stocks, special funds, ETFs, land, business, and long-term investing. And make sure the investment that you're considering are going to give you returns. Don't buy idle assets in the name of your growing your wealth. You'll actually be stagnating your wealth. The goal is to allow assets to begin generating additional assets. For instance, if you have a business and it's giving you returns, you can decide to plow the returns back and grow your business, or share between the business and your other investments. You know, because at the end of the day, you're using what you have to multiply. If you don't multiply, you will remain in the same position forever. There's this thing we call high income trap. Everybody strategizes, plans, thinks they will start investing when they make more money. But the truth is far from it. Higher income often creates higher expenses. How many times have you seen someone's income increase and their lifestyle expenses increases in equal measure? How many times? How many times are you tempted to upgrade your lifestyle just because your finances have slightly increased and you have been doing okay with the current lifestyle status? But all of a sudden, because your pocket has increased, instead of building wealth, you're now increasing your expenses. And mark you, you don't even have an emergency fund. You don't even have any assets, but you can afford to flaunt your lifestyle everywhere with your friends, maybe on social media, and you're broker than someone who is earning even 10% of your income and is allowing their money to work. Think again before you increase your expenses. You must have increased your investment amount on a monthly basis, because consistency is what matters. But remember, income alone does not build wealth. Strategy does. The habit of investing 1,000 per month is more valuable than planning to invest 5,000-10,000 later. Assuming you don't get to that 5,000, 10,000, does it mean you'll never invest? Make do with what you have. Whether you have 100 shillings, 500, 1,000, start there. With time, you realize you will have made a difference for yourself. The shocking truth is that people with low income develop powerful wealth building habits better than higher income earners. They budget, they focus on delayed gratification, they are resourceful, they are patient, and they are consistent. These are skills which become extremely valuable as income increases, which means you have already built a habit. So when the income increases, if you have allocated 30%, it doesn't matter. Better still, you can allocate 40%. A person who manages 20,000, 50,000 effectively will easily and conveniently be able to manage 500,000. Because for them, it's not about the money, it's about having a strategic approach and having systems that work. If I say my budget is 50, 30, 20, I'll stick to it. The pressure of moving to a bigger house because of a bigger increment is not going to be there. You'll be focusing on growing your wealth. Growing your net worth comes down into 4 actions, just 4, and you're good to go. Increase your income, reduce unnecessary liabilities. Don't borrow to buy that modern phone. Don't borrow to buy those sofa sets. Save over time. Don't borrow to buy that car that is beyond your reach. I'm not saying you cannot take a car loan, but it should align with your current financial position. Acquire appreciating assets, not depreciating assets or idle assets. Idle assets is like land somewhere that you're not using it. You're either buying for speculation or you're buying just to show that you have land. No, don't do that. Number 4, allow time and compounding to work. Be patient. If you look at your money market and you see you're making 2 shillings, over time you will make 10, 20, and maybe 50 over time. So don't despair because you feel it's little. Focus and know that there's a better tomorrow. Those are the only 4 simple steps. It's not complicated. It's very easy. The challenge isn't knowledge, it's consistency. We are running a 52-week saving challenge, and the goal is to raise capital for an investment. You have been there for the last 23 weeks, and you fall and pick up. Not because you cannot be able to keep up. The day you will stop allowing your lifestyle to creep into your savings and investments is the day you will be happy. So the verdict: can you grow your net worth to at least 100,000 with a low income? Absolutely yes. So can you grow your wealth if you're earning a high income? Of course yes. So it is not for the rich, it is not for the chosen few. It is for everybody to take action and focus on growing their wealth, not working and growing your lifestyle expenses, but growing your wealth. Wealth is not an income, so don't think an increment results into you becoming wealthy. Accumulation of assets is. If I look at your financial life right now, are you collecting income or are you building assets? because one pays today, the other builds tomorrow. Comment your net worth below. Is it negative? That is less than zero? Is it zero? Is it 50,000, 100,000, a million, 100 million? I'd love to know. If you're comfortable, you can share it in the comment section. If you're just starting, make sure you take the actions that we have discussed today. It's never too late to start. Okay, so we're continuing with the net worth series, and I would love your feedback as to the aspects that you would like us to discuss during this series, so that at least we are engaging. And if you have any question, drop it in the comment section. We have already shared 2 episodes and more are coming, so make sure you're subscribed, turn on the notification bell so that every time we have a new upload, you'll be notified. And you can also join our membership. You use the button down below, the join button. And a warm welcome to our new members, and we appreciate everybody who has considered joining this circle of your financial journey to financial peace and ultimately financial freedom.